us. Yesterday we experienced technical issues. Issues have been temporarily resolved. That's the major reason why you have this team on right now. So welcome to the program, The Morning Breeze on ABC Radio. Lots of interesting things to talk about this morning. And of course, we've given a day off to the celebrant. And I'm sure the building will be hot today. And as always, we take our motivational quotes, our African proverb, go across the city and give you traffic alerts, and then go across Liberia and find out what's happening in other parts of Liberia by getting in contact with our correspondents, and then sit right here in the studio, open our big mouth, and discuss some of the issues in Liberia. And so it promises to be great this Friday morning. A lot of friends to listen along with you. And key among our discussion points this morning is the allegation of the political leader of the Rainbow Alliance, Reginald, accusing the president of the Republic of Liberia, publicly insulting him, and at the same time, not just publicly insulting him, but threatening him as well. And so we'll be talking about that this morning on the program. And, we tried establishing contact with the presidential press secretary, but we are told he's not in Liberia. We did so as seen with the deputy press secretary, and his phone has been ringing, and we hope we can get in touch with him before then and see what are the response of the president's office is that. And remember, we reported our news outlet that two of Liberia's top maritime officials been judged guilty in a Suffolk court, and so they are to serve 9 years jail sentence. So we will talk about that again this morning and see what your reactions are about this information. All right, so that's it this morning. The Morning Breeze on ABC Radio 105.1. Still don't go away. Lots of things to talk about. And obviously, we will talk about these issues this morning and bring you up to speed with all of the trending issues in Liberia. And so the government has taken an initiative bringing county superintendent to Montserrat outline the achievements of the government over the past 5 years or so. And so we'll be discussing some of those gains that have been made by the government of Liberia. So stay tuned, don't go away. Our motivational quote for this morning says, our motivational quote for this morning says, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. If you're that left picking, the left picking life, the not living at age you want to pretend like you're living. This is strictly for you. So you take to live in someone's life and to have used that time to improve your life. That's exactly what it means. And our African proverb says, chicken's prayer doesn't affect a hawk. The chicken's prayer does not affect a hawk. So smoking the clean man your your criticism, especially negative criticism, that come from a place of good intention, has to be very on someone who's progressively moving in life. Yeah, I love all this morning. And so let's give you our topic this morning. Be alerted that if you are coming from the rural end, and I always like to start from that end, maybe because that's where I'm from. If you are coming from the Broadville end, be aware of traffic. The Saturday market is normally called Saturday market, but it's the wheat market. Of the traffic approaching the Mobile Town intersection. And if you cross that intersection, decide to use the street road to Douala, you also have to be aware of traffic in the Douala area. In case you opted to use the Momotown end, then right by the factory end going through Momotown, you also have to be alert of the traffic right at the bridge. There's always traffic there. You have to be alerted of that. If you manage to cross the Jamaica Road area to just before Freeport, you also have to be aware of right over there at the intersection of Freeport. The road from Somalia Drive, that is the Japanese street, I mean, highway, Japanese street, that is. You have to be aware of the traffic in that area. And if you are coming from the end, be alert of the traffic at Georgia Junction, Cowell, New Georgia. And as you approach it as well, be aware of the traffic there. It's intense now, and so you must be aware. Coming from Still, the SKD Boulevard, the road from second hitting the main boulevard up to the Congo Town, right in between there, you have to be aware of the traffic. Yeah, and if you manage to cross that as you the far 40 area, you also have to be aware of the traffic is normally at that point. And as you approach the old road in, just before the Invisible Sports Park, you also have to be aware of the traffic over there as well. And as you cross the Invisible Sports Park, at the Vamova Junction, there's also traffic there as well. And as you move towards 44th Street, 20th Street, you also have to be aware of the traffic over there. Yeah. And as you descend upon the bypass ends, remember the intersection there between bypass and Jalastown, as well as the route to Jamaica. Uh, yeah, Johnson Road. You also have to be aware of the traffic over there. Coming from the Bourgeois Island, be aware of the traffic. Bartown Bridge, the Gilbert Tucker Bridge. Yeah, those are our major traffic alerts this morning. And if you are coming from the Japanese freeway end, be aware of the traffic around New Georgia Junction and Backless Junction. And as you also approach, the Jamaica Road Bridge, you also have to be aware of the traffic there as well. And so those are our traffic alerts this week, which you have to take into consideration when we are moving away in and around Monrovia. Aware of the traffic. The weather is as per the time I was out there, it was very cool, very moderate, with signs and symptoms of sun. So I hope that the sunshine will go on today as it was yesterday. So that's it. Let's try to go across the country and find out what's obtaining in other parts of Liberia on the morning breeze on ABC Radio 101 on the Friday morning like this. Oh yes, the morning breeze on ABC Radio 105.1 on the Friday morning like this. Let's not go across the country and get in contact with our man. You can hear one blue in the post city of Buchanan, Green Bassa County. Let's get our friend one blue establish contact with him this morning program. And so share our video, follow our page this morning on the program. Our man Prince Yukon J. One is on the line from Grand Bassa County. Good morning. Welcome to the program this morning. No, how is the weather like in
You have to guess we're going to the end of the dry season, so I'll have a early morning sun this morning with breeze attached.
Okay, that's great. And tell us, I'm told the president of the Republic of Liberia has made a donation to the Muslim community.
Well, since the president took office, there have been a customary thing for him to contribute to the prayer festival, the end of the prayer festival for our Muslim brothers and sisters in Liberia. And so, a part of the continuing effort to recognize their prayer limit for the country, the president was able to get 100 bags of 25 kg rice and 100,000 dollars to the Muslim community in Grand Bassa County. And the presentation was done by the superintendent of the county, Janje Bakwe, at his residence on the fairground in Buchanan. And according to Janje Bakwe, it is the president way of identifying with the Muslim community and as well as intended for the 5 to 2 districts of Grand Bassa County. So he cautioned the head of Muslim community in the county to make sure that all of the districts participate in the process.
Okay. Now, I mean, what did the Muslim community in Buchanan say to the president in return?
What the head imam of Grand Bassa County Muslim Council was able to commend the president for his contribution. Like he said, the Muslim community will continue to work to make sure that Liberia is a better place, to pray for the nation for a peaceful election. Then they are saying the president we will have a long life because we can keep come in contact with them in terms of the Ramadan contributing. So they will keep the president in the prayer and the people of Liberia and they hope that we'll have a peaceful election.
What else do we need to hear from Grand Bassa County?
We still need to talk about the superintendent quickly because the attention now, the attention from civil society organizations, and the attention as well from opposition and some residents of Grand Bassa County that we would need to settle resignation from a point of officials of government and owing to the deadline just right in the 11th hour. They are calling on the superintendent Janje Bakwe to resign, to do the honorary thing if he will contest. Like Fidel, we spoke the other time, we talk about we're very optimistic of the superintendent resignation. It's still appearing in that cloud again. This morning we saw some of his supporters writing that no matter the situation, the superintendent will definitely contest the election because the man of the president is actually the one causing the havoc here among supporters of the CDC and supporters of Janje Bakwe. Why would the men become? This is a Roman man, but why? The men coming in, the superintendent is showing the sign that indeed this man was made because recently his posts are indication that he's slowing down himself until final negotiation. We get a report from him that there are appeal, there are conversation ongoing with the office of the president that Zimbabwe will contest electoral district number 2. But honestly speaking, Fidel, there is a very huge number of people in support of Zimbabwe in district number 2, and they will wish that superintendent contest.
Okay, thank you so much, Prince Wamplu. It was nice again having you on the program.
Always a pleasure, Fidel.
Okay, he's our man, Prince Wamplu, the brand ambassador. But keep listening. Let's um, we will get to that later. Okay, welcome back to the program this morning. And so, it appears Zimbabwe is yelling man. But of course, today, today, at least at the end of the day, all of those who are in to contest are all elected officials who are intending to contest to resign at the end of this day. But we'll talk about that later. Let's go to Margibi County where our man Walcott Kiri is. Let's establish contact with Walcott. Walcott, good morning. Welcome to the morning breeze.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you, and good morning to all of our valued listeners of this finest frequency dial.
What are you gulping on this morning? It seems like you're drinking something early this morning, Walcott.
As ABC Radio County correspondent in Magibi, you have to make yourself very proactive because the county information officer in Magibi, in the person of Honorable Joe Benson Josiah, wants to see every one of us very proactive in terms of pushing development in not only Magibi but the country at large. So I am taking my pro Lipton tea at least to make myself very proactive this morning.
That's good. Now tell us, how is the weather like in Magibi?
Well, the weather condition is we have a sunny, shining weather, and there is no tendency of rainfall, and the temperature is at 25 degrees Fahrenheit centigrade this morning. But we have a very fine weather this morning in Magibi County as I speak.
Okay, that only the weather report I can enjoy from my man Walcott. Now, Walcott, tell us exactly what is happening in Magibi.
Well, there are a couple of development that is happening, but paramount of all amongst one, the county information officer for Magibi County, Honorable Joe Benson Josiah, wants to laud the effort of President George Manewia for ably responding to the Muslims by dishing out over 100 bags of proper rice and with some cash. And according to the CIO of Magibi County, Joe Benson Josiah, says they, as people working in administration, wants to see development in the country and not only Magibi County, and same way so call on Magibians to be peaceful during and after the elections.
Okay, that's good. And what are the citizens themselves saying?
Citizens are hailing praises on him, telling him that the message he sends out is very, very good, and these are the kind of messages they are expecting not only from him but other county officials, even political actors, because this electioneering period, come October 10 this year, will be a crossroad for Liberia to move forward to another level of development. So they are hailing praises on him, and they are thanking him as county information officer for Magibi.
Okay, thank you so much, Wakat. Any other thing we need to know from Kakata City?
Yeah, the Liberia National Police quite recently grabbed one Harry Cleon, age 28 years, a Peleba tribe, for doing double registration in the Konala SD mission within Magibi County District number 5, and the first registration was done on March of last month, and the second registration was also done in the same March at the same centers, and but with different names. The first registration he used Harry Cleon, and the second registration he used Prince Binder. So the machine of NEC was able to pick it up that, Mr. Cleon, you have done previous registration. Why are you coming again to do another registration? So it was picked up, it was grabbed, and the police are making their way for him to appear in court for prosecution.
Okay, so where is he now?
Currently, as we speak, he is in police custody. While the police are guiding him, because the police, according to offenders of the law, those who will be in conflict with the law, they term them as graduate. So the graduate is in the 16, according to the police terminology, awaiting court prosecution for his illegal role play in at least polluting the ongoing registration process in the county ahead of the elections.
That's good. All right, thank you so much, Wakat. Again, it was nice having you on the program.
It is my pleasure as ABC Radio County correspondent, on top of big informations and stories making development.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. He's our man, Wakat Kiri, there from Magibi County. The president has made a donation like he's done in Lofa, in Grand Bassa. He's done same in Magibi County. And as earlier reported by our man Prince Wamplu from Grand Bassa, the president has also made donation in Grand Bassa County as well. And so the Ramadan seems to be good for our people. And yeah, so it's going across the country. And the Internal Affairs Minister indicated, the president is making this donation to the 15 counties of Liberia. So our Muslim brothers and sisters will be able to celebrate the end of Ramadan in a joyous mood. Okay, but let's recognize those watching us this morning while we try to establish contact with our man from Grand Crew County, Frederick Komen. Let's see whether we can get to Frederick this morning. But Venetia's Junior Bai is watching. He says, I'm watching live from District 16. And Richie Blackest Figgins the second says, good morning, boss, and a happy birthday to Crew Queen Dennise Nimpson. And Satya Kapet is watching from India. My good friend and brother Satya is watching from India this morning. And Levindos dos Santos Copa says, good morning, Fidel and Dennise. I'm following from my resident Honorable Emmanuel Dan Avenue, Ashman Street, Dusty Road. Happy birthday to beautiful Dennise. I wish her many blessings as she enjoy her new age. And Elizabeth Tiaklan says, happy birthday, boss Dennise. And today is the birthday of Dennise Nimpson. And so she's enjoying her time out there. She's on a day's leave. I mean, yeah, happy birthday, Dennise. Let's go to our man Frederick Kuman now in Grand Crew County. Good morning, Frederick. Welcome to the program this morning.
Good morning, Fidel, and good morning to our citizen of Liberia. Thank you. And let me say happy birthday to Dennise.
Thank you so much, Frederick. How is Grand Crew this morning?
Yeah, Grand Crew is fine. Everything is going well in Grand Crew. We just woke up this morning and we're trying to work on things.
Okay. The weather as well?
Yeah, the weather is good, pretty good.
That's good. Now, tell us what's happening in Grand Crew. Are preparations still on for the visit of the vice president?
Yeah, preparations are ongoing. Like I said the last time, the local authority and all line ministries are working on things to see how best the vice president can be received, and even the local chapter of the Mountain Coalition for Democratic Change. Yeah.
Okay. So, what else do we need to know from Grand Crew?
Yeah, so a clinic in Doswan to be dedicated to the people in the area there for use for now, because the people of Doswan have been facing a lot of challenges if it comes to health needs. Wherein most of the community members, they always leave from Doswan, go to Wedabo, because in Wedabo they have a health center in Wedabo. So if one of them or some of them get sick, they always go to Wedabo, to get health treatment. And sometimes if the people that were able having a project at the hospital, people will have to come from those when they go there to have to help in the process so that they can have a better health thing. But then that hospital of those one, was constructed by the former senator of Grand Crew County, Dr. Peter Coleman. And it has been there for a very long time. It was not operating. So recently, the Deputy Speaker and Grand Creek County District Number 2 Representative, Councilor Franklin Kova, seen that as a major concern, and he prompted into the issue by reconditioning the Tosun Clinic, because the people that they have been complaining all of the time. Oh, we do not have access to hospital, and it is fearing, how we're going to manage if some of us get sick. And a very long distance from Doswan to Grances also is a very long distance. Grances is a referral hospital in Grand Creek County. So it's been an issue for the people. So the hospital has been reconditioned by the Deputy Speaker, and now it is set to be dedicated to the people, where the doctor in the county health officer, Dr. Weaver, spoke on the issue, calling on citizens and other people, to join the dedication ceremony this April. April 15th, it will be dedicated. But then he outlined other challenges, like the incinerator and out of the placenta pit. He said there are some of the challenges he outlined, but then he's getting green light from the office of Councilor Kova to see how best our citizens can work on that. The issue is welcoming that even the people of those who have expressed a sadness, because it's not an easy thing where thousands of people are. There is no hospital, it's risking,
And Frederick, I wanted to have asked you about the estimated population to benefit from this health facility.
The estimated population is about 500 citizens in Doswan community, and Doswan is in electoral district number 2. We are approaching the electoral process. So before the election campaign, the people started to express, their plights, pointing out the disappointment over the lack of hospital. That which prompted the representative of district number 2 to join and prompt into the matter that the hospital has been reconditioned.
Okay. Thank you so much, Frederick. Again, it was nice having you on the program.
Thank you, and it's my pleasure.
Okay, he's our man, Frederick Coleman, there from Grand Crew County, in the southeastern part of Liberia. Let's run to Lofa County and see what's obtaining there, where our man Samuel Bole is. Samuel Bole is in Lofa County, but just when you when you're expecting the no, I thought that Dennise would have taken a day out, but guess what? Dennise is here this morning, and at my surprise, at my surprise, Dennise is here this morning. Let's take our man Bullet. We're trying to prep the birthday woman up to get her on camera. Before we greet her this morning, we don't want to greet her and she's not on camera. All right. Okay, we're trying to establish contact with our man Samuel Bullet, but as you listen to Frederick Coleman, the president of, the representative of District Number 2 in Grand Crew County, has reconditioned a major health center in the county. And according to Frederick, that health center has been there in deplorable condition, and the citizens have been crying on the condition of the hospital. But thankfully, that has been dealt with now. Let's go to our man Samuel Bully there in Lofa County and find out exactly what's obtaining in Lofa. Good morning, Samuel. Again, it's nice having you on the program.
Yeah, let me say good morning and good morning to our entire listeners. Lofa is okay this morning.
How is the weather like?
Well, the weather is okay. Last night again, we received heavy downpour of rain in Lofa County, but this morning the weather is okay.
That's good. Tell us what's trending in Lofa.
Well, when it comes to voting activities, recently the president, Ambassador Joseph, let's say part of me, President George Manawia, donated 1,200 bags of 25 kg rice, and also when it comes to 200 bags of sugar, and also 200 bags of cattle when it comes to the tea. And presenting on behalf of the President, His Excellency President Weir, Bokai Sherry, who presented on behalf of the President, saying this is a good way gesture of the President to identify with the Muslim across Lofa County, and also caution that, well, this is not the first time the President has been identifying with the Muslim Council. And receiving the donation on behalf of the Muslim Council, the chairman for the Muslim Council, Edo Blama, revealed that, well, the donation is timely and they've been expecting it. Because matter of fact, this is not the first of a kind. And he promised that they're going to pray for the president as they have been doing before, saying he took over, the nation remained peaceful, the nation remained united under his regime. And according to him, he said, well, we'll do all he can do. And again, they will use that means again to see how doing the distribution of the donation across the various towns and villages and districts in Lofa County. So they will use that media too to see how they can encourage all the Muslims to take advantage of the biometric registration aspect. And after that, again, in the addition of the donation, Chief Moses Wakori the 150 bed of 25 kg rice, buttressing what the government donated to the Muslim community.
Okay, good. So what has been their initial reaction? I mean, the Muslim community in Lofa.
Well, the reaction is very welcoming. Like we spoke to the chair from the Muslim chair from Foya, Kolahu, and out of Kwariboni. They said, well, this is not the first time. Even when the Muslim was having their program in Masambola Huntan, the president was able to donate some of the cows to the Muslim, and also through the president, Abu Thomas Farah, and out of Councilor Joseph Patojara donated 50,000 Liberian dollars to the Muslim. They said, well, the president have been doing well, even in Kwariboni, the major malls that the construction was going on. The president was able to make use of the donation, and also the focus most in time. The president was able to carry 100 plus solar light there. They are saying they are now, it is not strange to them. Matter of fact, the president is seriously identifying with the Muslim community in Lofa County.
Okay, thank you so much, Samuel Bole. Samuel Bole, our man there in Lofa County. It was nice having you on the program this morning. Okay, it's Samuel Bole there in Lofa County. Let's run to Nimba. Let's run to Nimba, Nimba County right now and talk to our man Joseph Kekula. I hope we can get Joseph through this morning on ABC Radio 105.1, The Morning Breeze on your radio with Fidel, Saydee, and the birthday lady Dennise Nimpson on this morning, trying to get in contact with our man Joseph Kakula there in Nima County and find out what's obtaining there in Nima. As we may well know, we are going across the country to get from our contacts. It's important. If you know what's going on around you, you know how to plan your activities. So now let's we just can't get Joseph through for some reason. Let's run to Bond County quickly. We can't get Nathan. It means we'll call it a day right here on the program. The on ABC Radio 105.1 on the Morning Breeze on the Friday morning like this, especially with two of our own celebrating their birthday on today. All right, trying to establish contact with Nathan Colley. Nathan Colley is our man there in Bond County, and he's currently on the line right now. Nathan, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Breeze on ABC Radio.
Good morning to the entire folks and listening to the platform.
How is the weather in Bond County?
The weather is quite cool. There was heavy time for a rain. It's fine this morning.
It's good. Exactly which part of Bond County are you?
Specifically, I'm in Banga.
Banga. Tell us what's the trending. That's good. What is the trending issue in Bond County this over the past few days?
Yeah, as we make you aware that we are in the political season, so on a daily basis, you hear it's about politics and one of the things. But Banga based Nimpson politician Orlando Daudo will say that only his leadership is getting elected, you make sure to have participation and to do all the things when it comes to electoral basic number 3. And basic number 3 is where the long TDP lawmaker representative to some people is occupying.
Who is this individual? I mean, what is his profile?
Mr. Dawi is a businessman in Banga for a couple of years. He contested in the 2017 election. He also contested the by-election between Melvin Cole and the Kupen, the senator that are heavy trouble, which is there in 2017 general election. He also put something to the current lawmaker, Josiah people.
So, what are the people saying about his desire to represent them?
Well, the people are saying he's a good man and he's a very good in Banga for almost a year. He have made some several interventions that are self-initiated. They do providing loan to marketers and many other things that have been doing.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nathan. Again, it's good having you on the program.
Thank you for having me this one.
Okay, he's our man, Nathan Colley there in Bond County. Well, that's how we call it a day on this segment of the program. Of course, let's now come back to studio. You can see on your screen. If you're not watching, I urge you to watch. Search for ABC Radio 105.1 official. ABC Radio 105.1 official. You will see the birthday lady popping on your screen right now. Dennise, good morning.
Good morning, Fidel.
Happy birthday.
You got me blushing.
Oh, happy birthday. You know, I wish I could sing. I mean, we have sang the birthday song for you. Unfortunately, I can't sing. Okay. Joe Wonder is in studio and it seems he wants to raise the birthday song. Joe, take the other seat over there. Let's read the birthday song for this lady. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday to you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you, dear. Happy birthday to you. We wish you long life.
Oh.
We wish you long life. We wish you long life, dear.
Amen.
Happy birthday to you. Hooray!
Oh, that That's so beautiful.
And I wish
Thank
Famata
you.
were here
Yes,
for us to
Famata.
collectively sing the song to her, but she's not here. But happy birthday to Famata Willie as well.
Yes.
You know, even though it's impromptu that I have to jump here, you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Again, I seen her face. I thought I was. I guess you hired.
The way they can beat their faces.
One time she did it, and I kept asking her online. I said, "Is it real you? Is it real you? You sure? Because the name is there, but the face is different."
Yeah.
So that's the enhancement of the beauty.
Yes, enhancement. I like that. I like the way she pointed.
Your natural self.
Oh.
Okay, guys, have a
So
nice
there's
day.
a special day anyway.
Yeah. I just talked about join the folks.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Warner.
Okay, so
thank you, Fidel.
Yeah, that's it. And we have to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
The basics is discussing those issues that matter.
Yeah,
the birthday, we post the birthday.
Oh, yes.
And
we now for
and focus on
Liberia.
on the issue at hand.
Yeah.
But today is the day, Dennise, that
the
all
president,
appointed officials of government, who are intending to attend, contest the president, the
aspirants, contesting electable positions,
are to resign. At the end of today, we expect all of those who have desire to contest, who are presidential appointees, we expect them to resign. Josephine Davis of the Ministry of Commerce, the Commerce Inspector, she has resigned. The Development Superintendent of Grand Jida County has resigned. The Harper City Mayoress has resigned.
The
Sano County, right?
Yeah, development
Superintendent.
Okay,
has resigned. And there are a couple of resignations that we've heard about, even though there are some that we cannot confirm, and so we cannot say their names. But there are others who are wanting to contest. In district number 17, for example, the Assistant Minister for Manpower Development, is that the position? She's Samson. Is that Samson or Samson? Blair Sampson, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's opting to contest. I don't know whether she has resigned, but we expect those people to resign at the end of today's date. But one individual who is going in through a dilemma right now, I'm told, is Grand Bassa County Superintendent Janje Wakwe. We received reliable information that he has been told by the president to remain, stay put as superintendent, as the president has interest in the candidature of Mirikawa. Mirikawa has been representative for 12 years now. She's wanting to go there for the third term, which will make it exactly 18 years as representative. Well, 18 years serving in the legislature is no small feat. It means you must have done well for your people. So again, let's see what happens. But we expand on that. But we've received information that 2 persons have died from Kut. You remember the thing we were talking about? Kut in Nikutan. Our man Anthony Jeffan is on the line. Let's find out exactly what's going on there in the borough of Nikutan. Good morning, Jeffan, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Fidel. Thanks for joining me.
Okay. Are you now in the borough of Nikutan?
Yes, currently I'm at a community called New Pato in Nikutan.
Okay.
Where it is reported that 3 persons died after taking in what is called food. From the conversation we have from bystanders and community dwellers, we gathered that there were 5 in numbers that took the food. But two of those that took in the food are yet to be seen, while 3 fell prey to the substance. And so we were told that the incident happened about 12 midnight last night. Some PSU officers came around and they left. The community watch team also came around. This morning we got here, we met no person of DEA, neither National State Security. We just witnessed the arrival of the community watch team.
Okay.
But community dwellers have complained and continue to complain that in Nuclear Town, this particular part of Nuclear Town in Panton has turned to something else, where all of those who are bad substance takers move from all of the areas they used to be. You used to hear about the famous fuel water. They told us that the community now is more dangerous than even the fuel water that you used to know. But we try to talk to a few persons. We gather that the DA normally don't come here to raid because they allege that DA are taking some money from some of those who are even doing the business. And so that's where we are.
Okay, now and it's important. Just explain to us, not from maybe a very knowledgeable background, but what is this coach? I mean, this thing called coach.
Well, myself continue to ask such a question about what is coach. The last time we used to heard about something called tramadol, and I was saying to somebody, and few months back, we heard about tramadol. Now tramadol is no more. Maybe the guys have replaced tramadol with coot. But myself, I'm not seeing this video. I don't know it. I don't know how it looks. So it's confusing. Why is it that somebody want to take something and that we, at the end of the day, damage their life? The last time you heard, one family died from the very coot when an aspirant spoke that President George Weah needs to issue an executive order to prohibit coups from coming to Liberia. But I actually don't know it. But it's a bad substance that is damaging the vast majority of our young people in Liberia.
Okay, so where are the survivors now?
Well, the survivors, according to what we heard since they took it in, the two, we have no one have seen where they are. They don't know their whereabouts. Only the 3 persons that died. And so we are making efforts to talk to the community chairman and other community dwellers.
Okay, thank you so much, Jeffine. Keep us updated, and we are here posted waiting for your call at any time.
My pleasure.
Okay, so Dennise, you know the thing you call coach? I mean,
I don't know it. That's why I want to ask Jeffine whether it is some medication tablet or something that they are using, overdosing themselves, or what is it like? I think people should be able to describe it, whether it's a powder or some kind, yeah, but I've never seen it.
I mean, young people, why? Look, the thing is, Dennise, we've continued to say this, that the behavior of some of our young people, sometimes you ask yourself, why do people get themselves involved into violence? These are some of the reasons that these things are taken. All right, they seem abnormal. They are very abnormal when they take these things, so they tend to do whatever comes in their head at that point in time. There's self-satisfaction that is gained from the consumption of these kinds of illegal substances, as I will call them. But again, this is what I think this is breaking down the fabric of our society.
Sure.
There are lots of societal menace that we do not take into consideration. I remember a few days back, the spokesman of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency was on Hard Talk, and some of the things he said, I mean, I'm like, why are we not supporting the LDEA to an extent that will ensure that she does her job correctly? Because what it is now, we said it the last time, we are running into trouble because those who are consuming these products are the ones who are terrorizing communities. Are the ones who are in various streets. And guess what? We have them in our communities. They are resident with us in our communities. These ghettos exist within our communities.
Sure.
We do not take proactive steps. In my workout carry voice, we don't take proactive steps to ensure that these ghettos are removed. And in some instances, community dwellers have accused the LDA itself, some members of the LDA, officers of the LDA, as been accomplices to these drug pushers and mongers around this country. And that is why we continue to see the proliferation of ghettos and criminal hangouts across Liberia. These things have to be handled with a degree of urgency. I mean, we are fast going down with Dennise. I don't know whether you see it like that, but that's how I see it. Oh.
Yeah, of course. And if the youthful population can be destroyed by the intake of illicit substances, definitely we are going down. And it is important that stakeholders, take the immediate step to ensure that they can remedy that. They can show how best it can be curtailed, because it is actually difficult and it is a bad situation for our country to have our youth taking that whatsoever kush or whatsoever thing that they are taking. It is actually bad.
It's very bad. This question intended to distract us, but we'll go back to this resignation thing, Dennise.
Yeah.
Which is very important. The president issued an executive order.
Sure.
Before the president's executive order, we have an existing law, the code of conduct, which should have guided the process. And I thought that the president was look, the adherence to the rule of law in Liberia should be championed by the president of the republic. The fact that the code of conduct was not effected, I thought that it rests purely on the shoulders of the president, because he should have ensured that there was the appointment of an ombudsman, and the ombudsman monitored the activities of public officials, the conduct of public officials, and ensure that they act in accordance with the law. That was not done. So it left a gap open for people to do whatever they felt like doing. So the president now, without appointing ombudsman, allowing 1 year to pass, because according to the code of conduct, these people should have resigned a long time ago.
Sure.
They did not resign. At the verge of elections, the president issued an executive order for them to resign. In the vein of the executive order, some are still dragging their feet to resign, because the essence of that executive order is for these appointed officials not to have undue advantage, use their offices as an advantageous point over others who are contesting in the elections. So you have these issues at hand. And the motive of this executive order, like I said, was to ensure that these people do not have an undue advantage over their colleagues if they intended contesting. So if you cannot resign before those days, you want to reach the 7th day before you resign.
Which is bad.
It's bad.
It is very bad.
It is not good. So I would just tell me.
Yes.
I would just tell me, let it be the last day before I resign.
And it is also bad, like you said, ignoring the code of conduct. But I think what the president did is to reinforce that. That's why he did an executive order, because looking at the time, someone would have, argued that the time has passed. That should have been done, I think, in a year or so, but it has passed. So I think he has strengthened that with the executive order. So it left now with those officials to resign their posts. But as it is now, we know some of those we know who are opting for electable positions are still there, and they don't see reason to resign. And I think there should be some means of checkmating them and some means of monitoring the process to be able to say you have not resigned. And I think if they cannot resign, the need for the president to say, okay, I relieve you from your post. It's important. Since you cannot take my order, I have ordered that or mandated that you resign at this particular point in time, and you refuse to do that, the need to relieve you from the job is important. So I think that should be the next step that the president can take, to ensure that, yes, indeed, the transparency and accountability that he's opting for, can really be reflected.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we too have a role to play in all of this, and that is to monitor as to whether those who resign are actually not in any connection with the institutions they once worked for. For example, if the assistant superintendent for development in Grangeda County resigned, it means she should have absolutely nothing to do with her office any longer. If Josephine Davis, from the Inspector General of the Ministry of Commerce, if she truly resigned, it means she should not be anywhere near the Ministry of Commerce. She should not be taking pay, by the way, because today is what? The 7th of the 6th of the 7th of April, right? The 7th of April. It means she has not gone the 15 days that she will entitle her to receiving salary for the month of April. So as far as we know, she did not work for April. So she should not receive pay for April. You get the point, Dennise? Because the resources that will be used should be used for the person who will take her place.
It
Then
should be uncovered. That you say you resigned, then you taking something.
Then it undermines the intent
the essence of that.
of the executive order.
Yeah.
Because we do not want to use state resources to sponsor individuals who are contesting for public positions at the detriment of others who are in the race. So we expect those people not to take pay for April. But they not work for 15 days.
Of course.
The law says when you work for 15 days, you are entitled to what? A salary. But because you're not really 15, so they're not entitled to it. So that one, let be clear. So we have our eyes and ears at various ministries and agencies, because the superintendents, they are monitored by the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Yes,
So we monitor and see. We'll get our eyes and ears in there to see whether the resignation and people tag or resignation that it is done properly, and that these individuals will not receive salary. So the Nigeria resignation, you say you resign, you just send a letter to the president, you say you resign, and that all. And we also need to make sure that those who are opting to contest, when they April 7 finish, when they not resign and they still contest, we know say the president weak. Yeah, that would be our interpretation, that the president is weak. His executive order has no bearing, and it does not even pressure his own officials who are appointed by him. They do not see the need for them to obey the men who appointed them. So if we don't see, maybe, for example, Janje Gbapwe resigning as superintendent of Grand Bassa County, then in the next few months, we go see him on the ballot paper. We know say he not get respect for the president, and he has considered the office of the president as being weak.
Yeah,
that would be our interpretation, because we believe that the person who appointed you, there should be due respect accorded him, because he has issued an executive order which is bearing on you.
Yeah,
and that is the point here this morning. Dennise, let's flip up to the lines. We have a very important discussion on the allegation made by Reginald Goodrich on the president. I briefly spoke with the deputy press secretary, and of course he made a genuine point which we'll talk about later. And let's talk about this two officials thing in Korea.
Yeah,
the Korean court has adjudged them guilty, and they will spend 9 years each in Korea, in prison in Korea. Dennise, what do you make of this?
So it is, something that everyone would term as unfortunate, despite, the crime that was being, leveled against them in terms of sexual harassment, I think. And that's something that everyone would like to speak against, though we talk about the issue of that, where males, will go somewhere, and like how the situation happened, that we learn it happened, is something that everyone will kind of express disapproval of, because knowing that they are official and that should not happen. So it's a sad situation that shouldn't be happening, especially from our officials in diplomatic form, or we consider them to be happening like that. But as it relates to the entire situation, one may think that the issue of international relations, diplomatic relations, will come into play in terms of how that whole situation perhaps who have been handled, because these are officials in diplomatic relations in terms of how they work with the other countries. I think I would say our country, they didn't do well.
You think so?
Our country didn't do well, because they are official diplomats, right? Go to a country, perhaps there was a case against them, and they were accused of something, but the government would have better negotiated the whole process that would have allowed them to come to Liberia. We have something they call persona non grata when it comes to international or diplomacy, and what have you. It's when the diplomat within that country, the country feels that they are no longer a person of interest or trust in their country, so they can express. They can say, yes, this person has been rendered persona non grata. So meaning in this case, the government would have pleaded, or negotiated in that term to bring them to Liberia, and they can be tried in Liberia, because in another country, they are diplomats, like I continue to say.
They are a representation of our country.
They are not just ordinary people that went there for their own, pleasure or reason. So trying those people in another country, it speaks a lot about our foreign service. It speaks a lot about the person who is serving as the foreign minister, who happens to be Maxwell Kemaya. I don't know how the negotiation went, how the talks went, but for me, that wouldn't have been possible, in terms of the interaction, if they were to have done the rightful thing. Because these are people you deal with every time. We know the crime or whatsoever thing leveled against them. Yes, we disprove that. We say it is unfortunate, but the foreign relations, the foreign service, our foreign minister, whosoever, didn't play this role well to ensure that our officials were tried in that country and they have been sentenced to 9 years. 9 years. And the fact about something, perhaps we'll go later on deep into that, where they committed a crime, where it was not where they were trial and all of that. So there are a lot of issues to be asked around that. There are a lot of issues as it relates to our foreign service, how our foreign minister were able or was able to do that, was able to conduct the entire affair. So it brings about the question, is he really performing the role as a foreign minister? Is he really doing what he should be doing? Though we know it was from Maritime, we saw Eugene Namwe going there, and he was like, oh, I went there to talk on behalf, to see her best because Maritime and all of that. But our foreign service, our foreign minister speak to that effect. We are talking diplomatic relations, and you cannot sit down. You have your officials go to a country, perhaps they are committed a crime or they are being accused of something, and you just sit so calmly. Yes. Someone will say, oh, perhaps they didn't say they allow maybe something they when they talk, but that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. There are ways in which you can go around that to ensure that those people being brought into the country, and you can penalize them in Liberia, but not to leave them at the detriment of those people, judicial system or justice system, to do whatsoever thing they please, to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's my perspective on this, Dennise. First of all, it is an established fact that the fact that this mere allegation was brought against them, it brought our country's name into public disrepute.
Sure.
Those were individuals who were representing the interest of Liberia, and they were accused, and there was a need for them to be arraigned before a court and made known to them the charges that were levied against them, and they in fact should have defended themselves.
Yeah.
Now, we have a key issue here. Like you said, these are diplomats who are representing us. I know I'm not even know whether the Maritime Commissioner went to Korea. If he did, that was good. But I thought that the foreign minister, being the chief diplomat of the Republic, who from all indications has a vast knowledge on negotiation, who have gone to Korea, all right, had a conversation with these people. What are the different variables available to the government of Liberia in terms of ensuring that these people are prosecuted in line with international laws and the laws of Korea? Now, based on those negotiations, these individuals who have been brought to Liberia and prosecuted right here. Now, the fear could be our justice system is not reliable, Dennise. That's a fact, that our justice system is porous. The possibility of these individuals being brought to Liberia and being tried in a free and fair manner had a bit of questioning. Now, we do not know the laws that were applied because they had to be tried based on South Korean law. So they needed to have been tried in a South Korean court. And it was not possible for these individuals to have been brought to Liberia along with those who've accused them and South Korean court officials to come to Liberia to prosecute him. That was not possible, even though there are laws on the book that also speak to that. But always in the country where you commit a crime, there will be where you are prosecuted. Now, the option that I believe the government had was this: to have negotiated with the South Korean government that, look, your courts have already found these people guilty, but what we can do, because this put us on their dignity, what you can do, let's bring them to Liberia, and then they go through their sentencing in, I mean, through their sentencing in Liberia. They can go serve their jail term in Liberia. Is that possible? Now, the foreign minister will have negotiated that with his South Korean counterpart. That did not happen. Now, the mother of Owen Brown now is crying. Then she's crying that she wants her son to come back to Liberia. She wants her son to serve his jail sentence in Liberia because they want the family members to have access to them. And I am told that that each of the family member will go to South Korea at least to speak with them, because this is psychological too, Dennise. Yeah. You are in an environment where you have no relative. You are serving 9 years. They're not 2 years, they're not 3 years. They are complete 9 years. This tenure of a senator in Liberia. 9 years that he is serving in a foreign prison center. So the psychological impact of their being there will have adverse effect on their health. Yeah. And quite frankly, it wouldn't be good for them when they come from there if they will survive it. Yeah. It doesn't look good.
And that's what I'm saying, Fidel. It doesn't look good. And like we said, like you said, a person can be tried in where or the place that they have committed the act. But in this entire situation, we are talking about officials, who were serving, who were representing the country. So the need for that negotiation to have taken place was very much important. It was very much important. I would think it is because of how we drag our feet when it comes to dealing with issues that what resulted to this whole situation. People will downplay issues when things happen. They don't really take that into consideration to actually go behind that thing to say, yes, indeed, we're going to ensure that this person doesn't serve, or they won't be able to go through what they should be going through. But that would have been an easy route, to have the people coming here. I'm not saying they were not going to serve that term yet. They could have served a lesser, sentence here. Because let's agree, Fidel, let's agree what they did, sexual harassment, right? It is wrong. Those ladies that, they were involved with in terms of the whole sexual harassment, did they go to their homes to get them from the house? We should also establish that.
I guess the code established that.
Yes, how it led to that whole situation, So perhaps based on some misunderstanding with them and being foreigners in that land, and perhaps how they take things, they are being accused of that. So there are a lot of factors play in that. I'm not encouraging, sexual abuse or harassment, but sometimes the way in which we engage issues, it is very much important. And I will continue to say that in diplomatic relations, those people who have been tried in Liberia and not in that country. So our foreign service, our foreign minister did not play his card well.
Okay.
He did not play his card well. And I think he need to wake up. He need to wake up and do what is right. He is the doorkeeper, of Liberia diplomatically. So he need to play that role. He need to wake up to that. Okay. And that's an example to Liberia to a wake-up call to do things better.
Okay, strengthen our diplomatic ties with all of the countries we have diplomatic relationship with. I mean, there should be regular contacts. There should be, and that's why sometimes when this issue of what's the essence of all having all these embassies across the world, how do our ambassadors negotiate on behalf of the country?
Yeah.
Or do we have an existence of these embassies
and consulates and all of that?
Of these places, because we want to have them, and we have to pay so much money into our foreign service. For all these people. Yeah. Because if these ambassadors are not bringing something, how many of them have gone out there to front for Liberia so that some kind of investment, some kind of support can come to the country? None of them. Most of them are not doing it. To establish contact with these governments and, hey, Mr. President, you need to come to this country. I've already spoken with these people, and you need to make a representation for us to get this particular support. Yeah. How many of them? But you have Maxwell coming here. All he does is just to wear white socks and be running behind the president. Yeah. Wear white socks and behind the president every now and then. That's the issue. So we have to strengthen our diplomatic relationships with these people so that our country does not just look like on the paper we have diplomatic relationship with them, but in reality we are benefiting nothing from these relationships. Let's go to the phone lines. 07771051000, 05551051000, 07771051000, and let's hear you this morning on the two issues we are talking about. The resignation today, all of those who are appointed by the president and aspiring to contest in this election should have resigned. Have they resigned? Do you know others who have resigned? And do you know those who have not resigned? And this issue about two officials in South Korea. All right, let's recognize those watching us quickly. Yeah, we got people there. David E. Harris says, good morning, Fidel, and happy birthday to my lovely sister, Dennise Nimpson. Let our God grant your heart desires in life.
Amen.
Okay, and Charles L. Class said, happy birthday. Happy, healthy and prosperous birthday, crew. Dennise Nimpson, cheers. And Bangura says, good morning. Happy birthday to our beautiful sister. Wish you many more success in your life. Enjoy your great day, my beautiful sister.
Thank you.
John J. Campbell is here. She said, how strong is Liberia diplomatic ties with Korea, right? That's what I was talking about. But let's go to the phone lines right now as our lines are hot. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
It really concerns us. It worries us because we got our children. Your child might not be affected. But the thing here is the drugs everywhere and the government is not doing nothing about it. Because if the government was doing something about it, then they get to not be present in the community. I'm telling you, you go through everything full of conflict, you will still get to them. And when the DA people come around, you will just see them in class, they come around the patrol when you go look, they get to come back and what is going on. Now they're the ones supporting the people to sell the drugs. And the president himself, for God hearing sick, your citizens are dying from this particular drug trade. And you sit here, you can't say nothing, you can't take issue in your own hands. You got somebody at FDEA, they're not doing their work. Our children are in danger. My child might not be affected today, but I'm afraid every day for my children because I've asked to go to the one day.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Fidel.
Okay. Yes, that's a serious issue. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
We're good.
Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good Friday.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Though I didn't get the first one very well, but I was talking about the president's, executive order. And then that's why the diplomat. Well, let me speak about diplomat first. My understanding is that what the Koreans successfully did was to say that the guys were not diplomats, that they were ordinary employees of maritime. And so they wouldn't, try them under a diplomatic status. And so they stripped them of that first. So they got them as ordinary Liberian citizens who were working with maritime. And subsequently, they committed a crime. They had to try them. I'm not saying the government didn't need to represent them. That's not what I'm saying. And so the fact that they were trying to try as ordinary people, because, like we said, diplomats, for them, they got some immunities. And so certain things are not, they don't need to go through certain things. And so, boy, that didn't happen. And our government, too, when it comes to representation, they did not do well. And then I heard Dennise saying that, whether they took them at the house, now that we do our things here, once they have not reached the age of consent, no matter whether you engage them, they agree, the first thing is that the people will tell you that these people did not have the knowledge,
they're teenagers.
They're underage, they're teenagers. So what our people needed to do, now that they will do things here, I mean, if I mean, here, they will just do on family level, and in the end, our children are abused and what have you. But for them, those laws, their laws are followed to the letter. And so, what they did was bad.
Okay.
We agree that what they did was not good, but again, this is how things are happening. But our government can say engage them on the issue of the president executive order. I think it was wrong. These people have been using state resources to their advantage. At this time, the talk about our rules and
Okay, we have to let you know. Go ahead. We have to let you go. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning.
Happy birthday, my sister.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, my name is Chuck Digger Jr. and I join you from our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to the code of conduct, you know, the people who are supposed to resign today, you know, the level those are running in a bureaucracy and in district. You know, the code of conduct said, the first time the code of conduct said it was doing the European land administration, it was about 2 years to resign.
Mm-hmm.
The election, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you want to declare your intention to run for any position. Or they amended the code of conduct to 1 year. So now, since it is 1 year, Mr. Weir is not coming to do it in our 1 year time. They may do it. They may allow the time to be 6 months or 5 months to election before he acts to resign. So the leeway will let for Mr. Kulva, he is district number 10. The leeway is to take court action against Joseph Terry because it is not what the code of conduct call for.
Okay. Quickly.
Okay. You know, when it comes to in South Korea, the people doing,
Mm-hmm.
if they are doing that, now it's just small. You know the reason why I'm saying so?
No.
Yeah. You know the reason why I'm saying so?
Mm-mm.
If that people that are doing, they carry out the charity to get away and bro. They see what is weird, you know, you know about that one. So they was speaking their mother, the reason why they carry out that. Before they see what they get weird, they say, like what I'm covering is that you as an official of the government, you're supposed to be the one to be protecting that, to be protecting the law.
Okay. Sorry, we have to let you go. Good morning.
Good morning, Fidel.
Good morning. Quickly. 1 minute.
Good morning.
My name is Blaman G. Sano, and I'm calling you from the 17 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quickly, Fidel, the issue has to do with it, the diplomat that was accused and today they have been sentenced for 9 years. You know, to be honest, it's frustrating, you know, to represent your country and part of that. Jenny has a very important question. Which hotel they were in, and how did the THL go to the hotel, and what the policies for the hotel management in terms of THL, what they are, that visit to the hotel. So the questions was what we asked. And moreover is that, you know, the Martin Premier or Jeff Banks been kept to the position as Minister of Foreign Affairs, but he really don't really do his work because a lot of Liberians face challenges out there. And in terms of looking up to the government to go to the rescue, sometimes it's difficult. And at the end of the day, that brings them vulnerable out there and then marching them out to the extent that they don't know their way out. But
Okay.
let me say this, so
Quickly.
contesting here and they try to put in the bar. From the beginning, day one of this government, 2018, they started violating the constitution of this country. So it doesn't surprise. So
Okay.
anything that Judge his officials doing, we know that they are against they're abusing the constitution of this country. So we will use whatever to take all of them out.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's take another one on this line. Good morning.
Good morning. Bako? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah, they offer in Shama. Mm. Yeah, man. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
They print our constitution. They got who's government result. They're just every day. I can talk with them. They can't be here. They can't tell what we say. They will come for you.
Now on a different conversation there. Thank you. Thank you very much. 0555 105 100 0777 105 100. The numbers. Let's hear you this morning on the program, The Morning Breeze on ABC Radio.
And what he said, Fidel, though, I don't want to sound, but sometimes when you see some of those DEA officers, you are saying, Fidel.
They know that,
They know that the people said that in the whole thing that we're running behind. So the issue is actually serious. Yeah.
It's very serious, though. Very, very serious. Our communities are no longer
polluted.
safe.
Yeah.
Very polluted.
Yeah.
I mean, and it appears like nothing has been done. And I think we need to have a conversation with the head of the LDEA.
Yeah.
Let's hear what the issues are. We can start lifting those issues. Maybe if they got capacity issue, we can start lifting up those issues so the government can know.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, Seku Fofana. Yeah.
Seku.
Okay. Thank you, Seku. What?
Okay. Okay. Okay, we have to let you go. Let's take another person. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Welcome to the program. Hello. You are live.
Yes.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay, my name is Andrew Shamani, but personally, I got no ticket for the Super Bowl convention. If you really ask me, I said 9 years is short. Yeah, that's it. Because, we are just talking people who are not even qualified in the position. Not respectable diplomats who have done anything with it.
That's not get qualification, Benel.
No qualification, nothing. Make and slip. They can control themselves too. They should have gone to the Liberian community, eh?
All right, my brother. Okay. All right, my brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take 2 more calls, Dennise, and go for our break. Good morning.
Good morning, Fidel.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, Dennise. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is Melvin Dagosa, and I call you from my office in Capital Belfast.
Melvin.
Relative to the code of conduct, as it relates to those that want to contest, I think those guys should have known better as government officials. They should have waited for the president to come up with an executive order before some of them start to resign. Because being very responsible as an official of government, you should be able to read between the lines. I guess most of them are somehow involved into research and all of that. And they're aware of this code of conduct 1 year before you even vie for the position. But because of the constraint, the president has to come out to issue an executive order. There are names that we know that are still in possession of their offices. And they are still going around running campaign, even though we are not yet started campaigning. That which we can say. But I think it would be something important, and because of the respect, if you feel you are comfortable, you are competent, and the people want you to represent them,
you should not delay in resigning.
Exactly. You don't be using government resources and their vehicle or whatever to go and run campaign or tell people to go and do registration. They are doing it around. We are saying them.
Okay.
And it's very bad.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you. Let's take one more call. I'm told the managing director of the Liberia Water and Seawater Corporation, Dwana Kamara. Dwana Kamara is contesting in Bomi County. So he has not resigned yet. Yeah, so maybe they deal with him before they resign. But I think
with all the noise have been beyond,
then
Dwana Kamara wants to contest.
Yeah, he wants to contest. You know, that's our people part and I get
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we are investigating something else again from Liberia Water and Seawater Corporation. Once we complete our investigation, we'll come up with that. Good morning.
Good morning, Fidel.
Good
morning to our dear sister, Dennise.
Thank you.
Fidel, why is it our president has now appointed an ombudsman? I think he need to do so. Lastly, Fidel, on the issue of the drugs, I think our president will have to sign a law so it can be printed to him so it can become law because our sisters, our nieces and nephews are dying. Thank you this morning.
Thank you for being brief. Thank you so
the
much.
The Senate need to have their own say on it before.
They go to conference committee, they debate it, and then they pass the law and send it to the president. I am not sure the president will delay in signing the law. Insofar as it is good, it's in the interest of our people because look, Dennise, we'll talk about the thing again, but it's affecting the youth of this country. There are plenty of things affecting the security threat. One, the human resource development capacity of our country. This youth, those who are supposed to be future leaders, those are the ones that have been destroyed. This is the Morning Breeze on ABC Radio 105.1. Let's go for our break. When we come back, we take a few more calls and then talk about this Reginald Gorish thing. Bokonjida Group of Companies, a 100% Liberian-owned company with over 20 years of experience, is the name that stands tall in the microfinance, construction, and general services industries. At Bokonjida Group of Companies, we pride on character, integrity, honesty, confidentiality, and creditworthiness. Approved institutions or entities under the microfinance service include House of Representatives, Liberian Senate, General Services Agency, Financial Intelligence Unit, and General Auditing Commission. Others include Governance Commission, Cooperative Development Agency, Ministry of Gender, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, National Public Health Institute of Liberia, National Port Authority, Group of 77, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Our construction services include the construction of residential and commercial buildings, while the general services include apartment renter, apartment for lease, furnished apartments for short stay, general printing services, and a yard with swimming pool to host events. Bokonjida Group of Companies is located on Capitol Hill in Monrovia. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603, or better still 0886-622-559, or email us at bokonjida@gmail.com. Bokonjida Group of Companies. Wanna see all my people progress.
Rovia. Yes, Rovia Logistics is back. Have you been looking for a one-stop shop to rent and hire machineries of all types? Look no further. Rovia Logistics Incorporated is the answer. Rovia Logistics has wide range of machines like dump trucks to haul your sand, red dye, crush rocks, and border rocks.
As for your construction needs, do not worry. Rovia Logistics have all sizes of yellow machines to meet your desire. They have machines like bulldozers, compactors, excavators, forest machines, backhoes, and many more.
The interesting part is you get to hire them hourly, daily, or monthly. And that's not all. They also rent pickups of all types like Toyota Tacoma, Nissan Frontiers, Ford F-250, and they are equipped with all-wheel drive options for bad road conditions. Locate Rovia Logistics Incorporated right at the corner of McDonough and Kerry Streets on the Kakata Highway, Copper Farm area in Fidel, around the University of Liberia campus. campus or locate our head office on Randall Street.
Contact Rovia Logistics on cell numbers 0777 874 231 or 0888 726 172. You can also email them on rovialib@gmail.com.
Better still, WhatsApp Rovia Logistics on 0777 874 231 or message them on Facebook, Rovia Logistics Incorporated. Rush now for quality services at affordable prices.
Gifty, where did you get the bricks you used to build your house? See how strong the bricks look.
I got them from Rovia Bricks. Do not tell me you have not heard about Rovia Bricks.
You mean they are located in Liberia?
Yes, Angie. Rovia Bricks is a division of Rovia Logistics Incorporated, and they offer a variety of concrete products for all your construction needs. They have 6, 7, 8, and 4 inches blocks. That's not all.
Tell me more.
Rovia Bricks have coverts for roads and well, cornerstones, Colombo blocks, yard tiles, sand, be it smooth, rough, and mixed. They even have red dyes for land filling and crushed rocks of all sizes.
How can I get to them?
You can locate Rovia Bricks right at the corner of McDonough and Carey Streets on the Kakata Highway, Copper Farm area in Fidel, around the University of Liberia campus, or locate our head office on Randall Street. Call Rovia Bricks on 0777 874 231 or 0888 726 172. Email them on rovialib@gmail.com. Better still, WhatsApp them on 0777 874 231 or Facebook Rovia Logistics Incorporated.
I'm calling them right now for that man's swampy land. No time to waste.
Man, take it easy.
Okay, welcome back to the program this morning on ABC Radio 105.1. The morning breeze, the breeze is blowing across the country in your various communities, and we are happy that the breeze is blowing in Grand Creek County. Thanks to Radio Atina for always relaying this program, and of course other community radios across radio stations across the country are also relaying this program free of charge, by the way, free of charge. And we'd like to say thanks to all of those community radio stations. We are doing this for the sake of Mama Liberia, nothing else. So our message here from Monrovia continues to resonate with the people in other parts of Liberia. That's good. And hats off to those community radio stations who are relaying us. All right, but let's go back to the phone lines and then take a few more calls and then go back to this. The Reginald Gorich, the political leader of the Rainbow Alliance, has accused the president of the Republic of Liberia of calling him a criminal. You remember just 2 days ago, they were at the Farmington River Declaration, the signing ceremony, and heads of political parties and representatives, and along with the government of Liberia and our foreign partners, the National Elections Commission, they were all at the at the Farmington Declaration to sign onto a peace treaty. But let's go back to the phone lines on 0777 105 100, 0555 105 100, and take your calls this morning on the program. The three key issues we're talking about: the proliferation of drugs across our country. 3 persons have died of a drug called Kuch in Nikru town. There were 5 that took the substance. We are told 3 died and 2 survived. All right, let's go back to the phone lines and take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Your
name?
Morris Duplett, calling from District 15.
Let's hear you, Morris.
Yeah, not much thing that I want to say. I'm just sorry. I appeal to the president to free our children that were in the problem in North Korea. Really, some of it will look sad. Like for me, where you explain. The first thing, let me just say happy birthday to my daughter. And she spoke where so really I feeling somehow like my heart here should come down. If I were having my own way, somehow I was going to fight the battle to bring these gentlemen to try them here.
Right in
because the first thing, they don't know who they were down there. And in jail, we would think about we who travel, we would think about somebody entering in cell to where they don't know him. They could do anything to him there. Yeah. So it looks somehow, it looks very sorry for me, sir, where you were saying that the mother is crying. Yeah, see, their mother crying because nobody there, even if they were in cell here, some people will be here to be helping them to take care of them. But now where that they don't know. And the thing is, it could be anybody, it could be the presidency. Where you are travel, you go. You see, the book Alain, he said, the woman lake up catch you before you drink it. So you drink it, then you call her for her face.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, we have to let you go. Quickly. Good morning. Yeah. Morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to speak on the issue of the drug business.
Okay.
The people that can just be passing around, nothing good if they're going gather when they find any drugs, they will take it and sell it, go use it. So we want to see
how you know that one?
I can always see now in look it down. They can be passing around, soon as they find any drugs, they will take the drugs and go use it for their own personal use.
Behind people.
Okay. All right. Thank you. The message pocket ticket. Yeah. So, like I was saying, if the LDEA has issues, the best they can do. I mean, sometimes you've been having issue, you've been acting diplomatic, you now want to come to the public, but at a certain point, you got to come to the public because of the condemnation.
Yeah.
So if there are issues within the LDEA that make it impossible for them to do their jobs properly, we as members of the Fourth Estate, we can, amplify these issues so as to help the government.
Yes.
To
do the needful.
Come in and help these people so they can fight this whole drugs thing. How the drugs come into the country is another thing, Dennise.
Yeah.
All our security forces, they are in Liberia. They are mending our borders. They are at different points at the border points of our country.
Sure.
Is it so difficult to track the input, those who are importing these products into our country? Is it difficult? What is stopping them from making sure that these individuals who are importing these harmful substances are arrested?
Yeah.
Do we still believe in what others have said, that the reason why we can't arrest the people is because on the BV people inside?
Yeah.
So that is the issue. These are serious security threats to our country.
Yeah. The thing is destroying the youth. It is destroying.
Yeah.
And I don't know the issue of this, drugs intake in Liberia. It's kind of different, Fidel. Though there are other countries where you have the illicit drugs and thing, you'll see sometimes people involved. But you won't see the proliferation of how we're seeing the youth, the Zogo on the street. It's just unique to a certain community when you go there, where they have the criminals, hardcore criminals, they are involved with that. And the issue of drugs, sometimes you see people, wealthy people, people for starters will go in that area, buy those things and carry it along with them. You see cars coming in other countries. Like sometimes I live in the Ivory Coast for some time. I've experienced that, seeing that within a particular community. You have people, wealthy people going there, sometimes buying those things, and they leave. When the youth there, maybe you found a youth doing cigarettes. They are smoking cigarette is the thing that they do. But in our society, with the issue of the intake of illicit drugs, and they just remain dirty on the streets, they are just there, and they continue to go. It's like someone seeing the other person, nothing happened to the person.
Right.
What they think the person doing, they're getting by every day. Voice. And then you yourself, you say, yeah, I will go there too. I will go do the same thing. So it's just increasing and increasing. So this is a matter of emergency. This is an emergency that should claim the attention of government to see how best, can farm means. It's not about having a conference. We are good at having conference in Liberia. Every time they launch of this, they launch of that, people will go make nice speeches. They will make the big remarks, nice one, well designed, and all of that, well crafted. But when they are done with it, you don't see any implementation taking place. And as a result of that, this continue to happen in our society. It is important that those who are, concerned, the stakeholders, should take a concrete step, should take proactive means to ensure that these things are curtailed. Though we have few institutions around who are doing best in terms of rehabilitation, and we must commend them. There are few institutions and Christian organizations as well that are involved with that. But this needs to be holistically done by the government, and because they will bring in, the resources to engage the process, even go to the streets, remove those people from there. If they come, they take them with chalk, they carry them to rehabilitation center. I don't think, others who want to do the same will not do that. We have farms, in the counties. There are farms, there are land, there are vacant land that people need to work on. You go and create a center there where you can carry those people,
they go
work plenty, as a means of rehabilitation. If they leave from there, the person will hear that, oh, my friend, all the way in Bela Yala, I will take, for example, far to reach area. I don't think they want to do that. But the step are not being taken to curtail this. This is why we continue to see an increase. And we talk about the DEA. The DEA, like I said, Fidel, they will go in a community, and I live around the SD Cooper Road, and I can say they for fact. I live around the SD Cooper Road. There's a heart out there. There's a place they call Zimbabwe. Anyone who passes around there's a place they call Zimbabwe. You will see those people. They are there. It's a normal routine. It's a way of life now. They are just there. In certain time you hear that, oh, the DEA is carrying on raid over there. They will take the people. But when they're carrying the people, the same people will come back. The place is still there. So what are they not doing that they in my Alexander Kumi voice, he say we cannot continue to do what? They wanting expect the same result. Yes, So if this cannot be happening the same way, why are they not doing the DA like he said? If there's a need to partner with media institutions, come to media institutions, say live our plight, there's a need. We are not funded. We need to be funded to operate, or perhaps the DA to enjoy this, because I tell you for sure, the issue of drugs and thing, if they say something, people use that to get rich.
Exactly.
So people using that to get money.
Yeah,
to get money inside. So they don't care. They don't care the trickle-down effect. Who have been destroyed? The youth have been destroyed. So these are things that we need to talk about, Fidel. And we talk about it. Everyone will want to talk about it because it is in every country. I mean, every home, every household. Out of 10, you have perhaps 8 being affected. And it's important that we talk about this. We can talk about the politics, we can talk about the politics, but if we don't talk about this, that will help our youth to come out the right way, that their future will not be destroyed. Our society will get worse, because Liberia, we say it's a youthful population, and we need to ensure that the youth their capacity are built to ensure a better Liberia, Fidel.
Exactly. So that's it. 0777-105-100, 0555-105-100 are the numbers to call to be a part of the program this morning. This is the Morning Breeze on ABC Radio 105.1. And we are going across Liberia. We are in 8 of Liberia's 15 counties. Very clear indeed. And the last time I was listening to the radio, and somebody called from Lofa County. In the night, the signal can travel byway. So it's good. We are traveling almost a majority part of Liberia. And what we can do here is to get your goods off your shelves as well.
Sure.
And so if you are a business entity and you have interest in promoting a business, getting your goods or services off
this
your
is
shelf,
the right area.
This is the platform. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the lines and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Okay. I'm Rachel Fumo calling from Brooklyn to be precise about the shop.
Okay. Is that area? My area there.
Yep. Oh, okay. Things are okay. We'll get a better sun shining and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. I just listened to your talking point about this drugs issue. You see what happening to the drugs? The question is that normally don't complain what you fall. Complain what you store your tool. How the drugs managing to country, and we have border entrances, and we have security apparatus. Borders. We have the seaport, we have the airport, and we have immigration. We have security that mountain those area. So what is happening? Where is it coming from? And the drug is not coming from to say anywhere. It's coming from somewhere to come to this town. So the only time we can do this, to only tackle this, is that where it's coming from and who are
bring it. They need to be penalized. Let the law be the law. If the president does it, he should be punished. Because I can remember a lady, an immigration lady, one time went to the Senate. They invited a House of Representatives that they saw dropped in a representative car, one official person car. And they asked the lady was afraid because of why he was behind it. So this is the problem. So the only thing we can curtail these things, they hire us, and those who bring it, if they can penalize them, my brother, you will see. But the thing is hard to say, and this is why you see our church are get involved in it.
Okay.
In that particular place, before I conclude, sir, that push you're talking about, that push you're talking about. In recent times in our area, somebody died too. Right? Yeah, when the boss took that thing, he went off. When they came into the hospital, he was pronounced dead. Another guy died before the other guy. So if the government don't do anything, that one part before the 2 or 3 years from now, most of the young people will die from that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Very expansive color there. Let's go to the court. Yesterday, we reported that the court has had summoned Representative Edward Papi Flomo and Senator Sir Joseph. Our man Stephen Roberts is on the line live from the grounds of the Temple of Justice.
Okay.
And let's join him this morning to establish whether or not these two lawmakers have arrived the scene anywhere around the Temple of Justice. Stephen Roberts is our man there, and we're trying to get him on the line this morning. Where am I? Okay. Do I have him now? Stephen, good morning.
Good morning. Fidel, let me just adjust myself a minute to give you update. Okay.
Okay. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here at the grounds of the Temple of Justice.
Okay. First, tell us how it is the atmosphere at the Temple of Justice.
Well, as you are aware, the Senator of Montserrat County, Senator Sir Joseph, along with District Number 13 Representative Edward Papi Flomo, were summoned on the 4th of April, 2023, and they received the writ of summon on yesterday, and they were asked to appear in court on today to answer to a writ of summon that was issued to them as a result of them disrespecting the order of the court. On the 26th of March, the Supreme Court of Liberia passed an order for a demolition exercise to take place along the District Number 13 area, a place identified to be called the Simeko community. And so, as the exercise was ongoing, according to information, Honorable Sir Joseph and Representative Papi Flomo intervened to the situation and halted the process. And so, based upon this, the court also were able to order them today to answer the question as to why they were able to intervene, looking at the fact that they had no ground into the matter. And so, the essence of them coming today, being represented through their lawyer, former Solicitor General Serena Seaforth, was their legal represented by their legal arm today, appear in court, but the hearing did not hold, and they were able to ask for continuance into the matter based upon other issues where they were unable to disclose to us. So we're hoping to also get to the clerk to give us an update as to why on what ground they asked for continuance into the matter. But we were able to have a chat with Senator Sir Joseph. One thing he told us was that the information circulated was actually misleading. They did not go to get involved or hurting the process. The essence of them going there was the issue of, the way the tension was like, because they got information that the people were not informed. I mean, at the time, meaning 2 morning at around 6 or 7 o'clock, they saw machines to carry on a demolition exercise, and which, of course, those residents living along the area were not informed about the action. And so, based upon this, it also creates some commotion, confusion, and one or the other little form of violation took place. And so that was what prompted they, as lawmakers, intervening to calm down the situation and talk to their citizens to see how better they can be able to adhere to the court order. But then, I mean, they have been described in another move as to they went there and they incited the violence and they incited the citizens against the court mandate.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Again, thank you for filling us in. So when is the proceeding? What date has it been adjourned for?
Well, that will be done by the liquor team. I'm sure for the fact that they have called for continuance, they're going to do a refile of their matter, and then the court will reschedule them to come forth and hear to answer to the court minute.
Okay, thank you so much, Stephen. Okay, is our man Stephen Roberts on the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia, Capitol Hill, to be specific. All right, so Senator Sir Joseph and Representative Edward Papi Flomos, who have appeared before the court, Kennedy Peabody, by the Kennedy Peabody, but he said, well, they say they will wait for the other time. At the time they will go. Okay, so Dennise, let's continue with our discussion. Let's go back to the phone lines, and what we are going there, Dennise.
Yeah.
You know, the day before yesterday, political parties, civil society organizations, and the government of Liberia and the National Elections Commission, as well as some of our international partners, assembled at the Farmington Hotel in Margibi County. And the essence of that gathering was to sign to the Farmington River Declaration. The Farmington River Declaration was actually birthed by former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in 2017. And the essence of that gathering was to ensure that all those that are partaking in the elections, including civil society organizations, political parties, affix their signatures to a document that will commit them to maintaining the peace of Liberia. And so they gathered there. After the signing ceremony, as narrated by the political leader of the Rainbow Alliance, Reginald Goodrich, he was on his way out, and the president of Liberia encountered him, and they began to have an exchange. And the president, in an informal manner, according to him, like, "Are you enjoying the peace now?" And so, like, he pretended not to have heard the president. The president repeated himself again, "Are you enjoying the peace now? You criminal." I mean, in his words now, according to him, what the president said, "You criminal, you that burn my house, doing a war." So he said at that point, he became shocked that the president of the republic was saying those things to him, right in the view of the first lady, his security guards, and other officials that were present. And so he held a press conference on yesterday. He said after consultations with family members, with his lawyer, and with other people, regarding the matter, he decided to file a $27 million lawsuit. $27 million lawsuit against the president of the republic on charges of defamation. On charges of defamation. So that is what he has filed against the president. Now we'll go into the nitty-gritty of what he said. But I got in contact. First, I called the presidential press secretary. He's not in the country, I'm told. And then I got the deputy press secretary. And he informed me, and quite correctly as well, that, he could not speak on family matter. Quite clearly, it's more like the individual president, that is his own matter. He could not speak on it, and they did not bother on any activity of the state, which I agree with, by the way. And I think he was smart enough to have differentiated between what concerns the state, and what concerns President Weah as an individual. That was a smart move. So this is where we are, Dennise. Reginald Goodrich said you will find $27 million lawsuit against the president. What is your reading? What is an interpretation? How do you see it? and the allegations and everything.
So in filing the 27 million
A lawsuit.
Mm-hmm. We need to firstly establish whether what the president said
Mm-hmm.
it is right or wrong, or whether it's the truth.
It's defaming.
Yeah. So Fidel, I would say the issue, like usually, the president in his normal jokes will always informally, engage people of such.
And it's for people who have been around the president, you will know that.
Yes.
That normally he got a way of
joking, people or anything, pranking and all of that. So I don't know whether it was in that mood, the president said that to him. And if the president would have had anything against him, perhaps to go after him. I don't think he would even, wanting to bring it like that in the public to say, jokingly. He would have established legal means or maybe other action if he wants to come after perhaps him. And though he's saying the president defamed, his character and all of that. So this speaks also to the fact that what we have been talking about, and if for sure perhaps the president jokingly said that, but also it comes into play with the issue of the war crimes code, right? We have been talking about war crimes code, the establishment of the war crimes code. So if this code would have been established, the president would have used the code to get justice for what he's saying. So for me, it speaks a lot though sometimes, because I think from where he speaks, perhaps the president has follower, the president have people who are his admirers. So perhaps they will see that as being, oh, this is the guy who did this to the president and wanting to go after him. Yes. So, but I think in a way it was done if they were just together and just having informal conversation, jokingly, that would have been, talk out, and say yes, and just laugh about it and say, oh no, my man, and such a situation or circumstances that led to that or what have you. But for me, I think there are two things play here: whether to know whether it is true that he did that. And he's seeing that now. He's saying the president is wrongly accusing him, defaming his character, meaning that the president is lying, right? It is not true. It is not true that the president. So now the law will comes in now and defaming. I don't know whether the president can go to court.
No. So the president is
yes.
You cannot prosecute the president.
That's what I'm saying.
He has immunity.
Yes.
He has prosecutorial immunity.
Yes.
Till he can leave the presidency.
Exactly. So with all that,
the man say Reginald Guru said he will be keeping a case.
So
but that won't be on record.
Yeah. So this lawsuit now, he's suing now. I don't know. So we should establish what the president is saying, whether it is true, whether you did that. So I think you should be telling us now that, I wasn't involved with this issue that the president is saying, though he said it in a way that was not, in the appropriate way, to have said it. Maybe there were more people and he felt, shame, or maybe the way he humiliated, the way the president said it. But I think the issue about people who are perpetrated crime in our society and today they continue to go scot-free is as a result of that.
Yeah.
And the president, he has the gavel to ensure that if that man, you say he burned your house, right?
Yeah.
Or what he did, ensure that the man face the law.
The man burn your house, the man steal your car.
Yeah. The president can forget it. Yeah. So make sure that the law go after the man. That's why people have been calling for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code to be established to penalize those who are culpable, or who are culprit of some acts, and it is important. So Fidel, that's what I can say for now.
Okay. Yeah. So again, it is his word against what could potentially be the word of the president. He said the president said this.
Yeah,
you and I were not there.
Yes.
So it is his word against that of what the president will say in relations to that.
Sure.
Now, this is a tricky situation, Dennise. And if and we will always speak on conditionality because we've not established the the truthfulness of what he has
we
said
just,
that the president
playing
said.
around that.
So if the president told you at the point where you've just completed the signing of an agreement that will ensure that the process that leads to election and the election itself is peaceful, then in my mind, because we're trying to establish what would have been the conditions under which the president said it. You're not made no force. You have not been someone who has publicly lambasted the president. At least we do not have a record for that. And you've not been consistently actively engaging the government on national issues, which could have been the root of the president's response to you at that point in time. So what could have actually pricked the president to have said that to Reginald Goodrich? What could have pricked the president? I mean, there's no trace that we can get to that. But again, like you said, the president being the president, the jovial guy that we know, if you've gotten close to him, you will know that. But if somebody who not get close to the president, how you can get on, and slide talks and but again, like you said, if the president's intention was very serious, it wouldn't be at such an occasion, right? If the president was serious, it wouldn't be at such an occasion.
Sure.
So there is a bit of doubt as to whether the president said it or not. But let's say he said it. Another side of the argument. If the president said it, I would have thought that the president would have invested his energy to get at people who had, committed crimes over the period by establishing what we call the War and Economic Crimes Code, and not publicly engaging individuals who may have injured him in the past. He shouldn't have done that. So if he did that, again, the big if, all in capital letters, if he did that, that was wrong. But like I said previously, there is no trace that we can point to that the president, that Reginald Goodrich has said something injuring to the government or to the president that may have led him to saying that. Now, we've also investigated from the background that there have been this little rift between the president and Goodrich in the past. That was in the past. Now, we are many years on. Could it be that the president has not forgotten and he's reminding Reginald Goodrich that that thing you did to me before, don't forget, forget. Even in a joking manner, that I not forget what you did to me. I just reminding you. It stayed in my heart. Now, the first thing is on Reginald Goodrich proposed action, because he said he will file a lawsuit against the president. The president is exempt. He has an immunity that exempts him from prosecution while he's in office. Every Liberian president has that according to our law. So if you want to prosecute a man, you will prosecute him after he shall have left office. Now, he said he will prosecute the man. He will file a lawsuit, $25 million lawsuit against the president. $27 million. Now, before we go to his lawsuit, he also has to understand what are those actions that qualifies one to file a defamation suit against somebody. That one we learn it in our journalism class, and what they call it, media law and ethics. There are 4 key positions, all right, that makes a person qualify to file in defamation. The first thing is the thing that the person said about you, that true or the not true. If they're not true, then you get right to file, defamation. That means they're not true. The person lie on your name. The second thing is the thing the person's, the allegation the person made, an injury on your person, that is, it affect you, that it spoil your name. Because when the person say, plenty of people got to hear it.
You don't want bringing it on now. Since that family turn our pictures will be seen.
Dennise is smart. Dennise is smart. So when the person said, plenty of people heard it, because of what the code we established, whether plenty of people hear it, the first thing is whether I lie or not true. Whether when I lie, then you get case. Again, when a person said it injure your character, and to injure your character means plenty of people will hear it. So the plenty of people hear it. That another factor to establish defamation.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I say that on the radio and I say, "Oh, Dennise, then you can file lawsuit against me."
Yeah.
Yeah. Because plenty of people hear it because I on the radio I say it. But the thing that the president said, plenty of people hear it. No. So when plenty of people not hear it, then me again, you know that thing not qualified to be defamation. Then the last one, the statement that the plenty of people hear it me must be communicated to third party. That means the other party must hear it, the other party must hear it, and plenty of people must hear it. Then the last one, the statement that person make, it must be harmful to your reputation.
Yeah.
That is. But then passing and I mean the president said that he didn't want to story that people must be able to establish and and point finger at you.
Yeah.
That the law say that it make up defamation. So if you talk to your lawyer and the lawyer tell you say that these are the criteria that make up to qualify for defamation, the defamation lawsuit before you file it to the press. Because we now want you to go to the court, then the court tell you say, my man, dating here and I read defamation. Then you say, oh, the court taking SAR. So you sometimes before you go to court or threaten to go to court, you must establish all the things. So I thought to say this. So our general opinion on this is we cannot establish whether or not the president said it because it's Reginald Gurridge's, against his word against that of the president who has not spoken yet on the matter.
Yeah.
And again, if he said it, it could have been out of joke. If he was not out of joke, then the president should invest his energy into establishing a war and economic crime code that will ensure that those who committed heinous crime during our country's civil conflict, they are prosecuted. Okay. That is our opinion on that. Let's go back to the phone lines on 0555 105 100, 0777 105 100, and hear you. What do you have to say
about that?
What is your opinion on the matter? But the whole thing looking for it to be Dennise. You just follow your man in the hallway and you say, you steam a car?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, my brother, how are you?
We're doing good.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to your co-host and Dennise Lexing. Yeah, regarding the issue where we cannot verify the authenticity of the matter, but all of us know that the president is vindictive. This is not the very first time, even here in JMB, I think a constitutional obligation where he took care of JMB at some point in time. One of his speeches, he brought that to the fore. He don't forgive.
I didn't know that.
Oh, but they have been the case all along. I mean, you are a journalist. You know this is one of the attributes of the president. He don't forgive. Whatever you do to him, even he did something to you. On one occasion, I think something happened during the war where I think Honorable Dillon and somebody else went to a house and spent the night. But now he brought that out. So what you did to him in the past, no, but the problem, even if it's you, I can look at you now, even among friends, and say, oh, and, a ripping like you, and Fidel. You know, even if you are joking, there are certain ways we can go about joking.
Okay.
And for the president, that have been his attitude. It is wrong. Yeah, I listen to all that you say about defamation and all of that. But again, it is only the man who can tell, you know, what happened to him regarding what you've said.
Okay.
But I think the president is wrong and he need to, stop this kind of thing. This is not a very first. Now you say, what problem has happened to you? Yeah, there's a problem between them. Why? Because from the opposition and opposition attacking the government.
Okay.
And so because of that, he can use that against anybody to say whatever he knows about you in the past.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Yes, 1 minute per caller. We want to have more people opinion on it because these things, and they are very
much
important. Very important. Yeah. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. You were there?
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Richard Flomo once more from Brother to be Bonifia.
Richard.
Yeah, I just like your analysis. Well, first of all, you see that Commission agreement that they went for. Today is April 7, 2003.
23.
Yeah, 23. Thank you, 23. We'll go to the election. There will be a violence.
Why you say so?
Yeah, they are not committed. They are not committed.
We're not committed now.
The stakeholders, why I'm saying they are not committed, why they didn't tell us if anybody violates, what would be the penalty? What would be the action taken against that person? And there was nothing like that.
Have you gone through the document?
But we got the law now. We want to say, let's sound to the people and agree. Now, if anybody goes against the law, we have the constitution that will guide you. We have the electoral laws that will also guide you, and there are prescribed punishments within those laws. So they did not have to.
It needs to be disclosed to the public because we have our people, elected people, and other things. They should be in the know.
Okay, I remember.
Before I conclude, quickly. The time with me, Guri and President Weah, they saw one another, and the man told me, "Oh my man, you enjoy peace now, and are you gonna have?" Guri got there. He said he would, he would take legal action against the president. Do you have evidence? You don't have evidence. Why people say the only thing the man told you that he could say, "My man, I did not do anything." So carry to court because if you carry the man, you say they did something to me, and I brought it. They'll say, "What is evidence?"
Yeah.
And we could be your evidence now. So can't the man use this war on you?
Okay, thank you, my brother. Thank
Maybe
you so
he
much.
recorded a man voice.
Yeah, well, you recorded a man voice. Morning. Yes,
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Oh, so you won't file lawsuit too, eh? Oh. Okay. Okay, my brother. Thank you. All right. Thank you. That's my lawsuit waiting for the president.
What a Donald Trump.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, my brother and friend, and good morning to the female with you in studio this morning.
Good morning.
My name is Sarah Johnson, a resident of Coward, New Jersey Town Center. Currently pulling in this morning from the office of the incoming president of the Republic of Liberia. Impressing Ambassador Joseph Nima Bwaka. My brother and friend, let me say this. I will not be coerced by anybody, no matter how you hold a high position within the Republic of Liberia. This country belongs to you and I. I will not stand in the public to tell you that I love Liberia more than you, or you love Liberia more than I do. But the issue is that Liberia have a good principle. For the ordinary people who don't understand principle, good law. That the Constitution provides.
Go straight to the point. Start beating around the bush. Go straight to the point.
Thank you. The reason which I'm making all the emphasis is to tell you that Liberia have a law. But whenever the laws are being kept and without implementation, what do you see in the government sector? You see a lot of irregularity. Lots of tactical performance will take place in a national government, including even the citizens within the country.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much. We have to let you go. 077-105-100, 055-105-100 are the numbers to call. Let's take another person on this line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my brother.
I'm considering the call again, the issue about the information carrier coming from Virgin. The president we are, of all people, we just wake up one morning and see you, Fidel, just tell you that you took my car, you put my house. It doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to be clear. Let's be logical. But I'm not saying what the president told Reginald was false or it is true. But let's be logical. Somebody will not just wake up one morning and they say, man, you took my car, you went my house. There's a reason why people will say things to you, especially related to your character.
And you think the environment in which it was said was proper if they were said?
Now, I don't think it was in a very public manner. Maybe that you myself walking side by side, just see, I just feel you my pen, you throw my object for them. You have to hear about me.
And you think the president should be reminding people of what they did in the past, especially after committing to a peace agreement?
Yeah, well, now we will go back to the TRC. We'll go back to the World Crime Court.
And who should be establishing the World Crime Court?
If giving the guys the opportunity to establish a court, by this time all the things would have been happening.
Okay, so we're still blaming.
The president will be blamed.
Okay.
And also, Reginald should be out to, authenticate what. But if the man accuses you like you did this to him, prove it wrong.
Okay.
All
right. Thank you. The burden of proof lies in the hands of the accuser, though.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Let me say good morning to you, Fidel, and let me say good morning to my sister in the studio.
Good morning.
Let me appreciate you, God, this morning for the talking point, and also let me appreciate the Almighty God for pumping breath into us, our voice to be here this morning again. And my brother, for me, I want to looking for that particular thing who coming from the opposition guy. Everywhere President we are good, but President we are not any mistake in terms of speeches. People will get the something I mean to get to bring something up. So President we are nigga be all on the social media and the media. So I strongly believe that particular particular President we are nigga be rigging in that kind of a negative form. They no talking about peace. That's it. I win, but I still picking it up. For me, I don't want to get here to that except I hear the clip. Because you tell me to come up with someone who is here, President, we are all here. And then my man, they take it to the lab. I think if you know, I get in my heart. But I think one year, someone come up with it, I tell them to a year.
Thank you.
Okay, the message.
The man, President, we are holding man.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Okay, my name is J. Emmanuel Nyapai, a representative candidate of District 15.
Aspirant.
Representative aspirant.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, so I just God thank you for my sister and Fidel. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning, my
Happy
brother.
birthday, sister.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I just called to see.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
And we need to have some time to talk with you. I mean, what are your plans for District 16?
15, 1-5.
Oh, 1-5. Oh, you want to unseat Representative Abu Kamara?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to be a vocational representative.
He must be strong, I know.
Yes, so he has to be removed, and I believe he has served the people for his turn that we gave him.
Okay. Hope you can find time where we have a platform for you to tell us what you have.
I will be available anytime next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, okay. Good morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, we ran off that line 0777105 a few more minutes to go.
So it's not at Reginald Gurich to bring the recordings up to tell the public.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Fidel.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
And to our sister Dennise. And David E. Harris now call from Benton Street this morning.
Okay.
Fidel, you and I was not in the corridor or the hallway when the president and Reginald Gurich passed by. I wouldn't know what happened there, but you and I know our president. If he were to give you a cup of water or a glass of water 10 years ago, anything transpired between the two of you, you will remind you.
Yeah.
So I don't want to rule that out. So we are waiting to see what happens. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Right. We are waiting to see what happened. And like him, our fingers are crossed to know what happened.
What really happened?
Yeah. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
The complaint that Honorable Gurich is carrying on air
and is nationwide and is national. These are issues that Iguri should be able to apologize to the president because it's issues that he know that he did and which he know. I'm a skip witness to that issue. That thing happened April 8th because the April 6th was started April 6th. And April 8th was the day he took us to Weir place and he took Weir Mercedes. It was a drop car Mercedes.
Oh, you were there?
He drove that car to Banga.
You were there?
And then yes, I was on the thing.
Oh.
I was on the thing and I'm willing to testify against him, Corey.
That's serious issue. Oh.
And before the horse got burned, it was the cushion chairs that were in the horse, and then we put on fire because he wanted to take we are Mercedes, the drop top Mercedes that we
so
are.
So you are saying that you were part of the crime?
I'm an MPFL soldier. I was a general.
The other self-incrimination.
So we need to have you in studio so you can verify this.
Reality, you can take my number.
Okay. I don't know. Dennise.
Yes, we'll have you here. We really want to hear that from you. Then you can beat your chest and say, "Yeah, I was part of that."
Yeah, we want to hear.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just take my numbers, and you need any information from me on that, just call me.
Okay. All right.
I can give you all actual date and time, even the day we enter Banga with the Mercedes and all.
All right.
So you're trying to say the 27 million of fiasco?
Yeah. Good morning. Ambassador, you laughing? Yeah.
That's General Fidel and my sister. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Ambassador.
I think I need to appear in our studio so we can discuss one or two things. A person can be an innocent on the people in the case of competent jurisdictions. The charge of murder is innocent. The accused of murder is innocent. However, I think my brothers are this is standing and sue my president for.
No, he has not done that yet. He said he would do it.
Yeah, okay, but the president cannot be sued. You cannot sue the president.
No, he said he won't keep it in a code for it to be there as record. So by the time the president comes out, he will be waiting for him.
Yeah, when the president relinquished power at 2023, then I think after 2 a case.
How you know that 2023 the mail went for real?
Let's go to the issue straight.
Go ahead, yeah.
My brother from the judiciary was there. That's the information for a brilliant analysis this morning. I think that man should be awarded for that report. I need to see if he could give me the number, then I can be interacting with him. And he gets a brilliant report this morning. That will be reward for that. For 2023 award, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay.
You get a award this morning.
Yeah, Steven, you get a water. But we're almost closing.
Yeah.
Just a minute to go. Let's take one more squeezing, one more person. Who could that lucky person be? Let's squeeze them in and call it a day right here. We need to start Dennise's birthday celebration. I'm told the building is already charged with all kinds of particles.
DJ Black with the building.
With the building. We're in the building. We're in the building thing. But folks, yes, Dennise, we have to go.
Yeah.
We're not taking any calls again. We have to go. It has been an exciting week for us. Unfortunately, we did not come on yesterday.
Yes.
And we apologize from the onset of the program. When a new institution is established, sometimes you experience these little hiccups. Technical issues. But those issues have been resolved as far as we know now. Till another Omejuguju enter now. That one will finish solving our problem. But it has been an exciting week of informing you, the public, and we love to do this, and we do it for the betterment of our country. Everything we see here, we all know ill will towards anyone. It's because we want to see our country better, and we do it with a sense of nationalism and patriotism because we want to see our country moving forward. Dennise?
Yeah, so we go to be re-energized on Monday to come and bring a lot of issue to discuss on the program. And also today, I'd like to say happy Good Friday to all our Christians, our brothers, our brethren. We know today is the day that our Lord Jesus Christ, was crucified. And today, as Christian, we are mourning the death of Christ. So we know everyone will go at their place of worship. Worship to observe that moment. Yeah. So we like to say Happy Good Friday, though it is. People always say why you say good. Yeah, but it is good because everything about us, our sin and everything, got buried on that day, and he bear the price for that. So well, we like to say we'll be here on Monday again for another fascinating edition of the program, Fidel. Yeah,
folks.
And happy birthday to me again.
Happy birthday, Dennise. Happy birthday to Famata. Happy birthday to our team. You know, we have a very young and energetic team here.
Yeah.
And that team is doing a pretty good job. Thanks to
you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can get all of the plaudits about the sacrifices of these young people in this building. Continue to energize me to do what's right. And we have been technically supervised by the old man Joe Wanda, who's providing supervision as well. So it's going all good, and we like it, and we hope we continue that way to make ABC Radio what it ought to be. But like I told you, we are opening up to business. We are opening up to promoting your goods and services here on this radio. So the platform is open to everyone. If you have a program you are doing, we can send our reporters there. If there's a program you want to have on the radio is open to just anyone. The only thing is it should be content that is free of anything that the radio does not require.
Yeah.
So yes, folks, do have yourselves a great weekend, and we look forward to being with you again Monday morning. Maybe we'll bring somebody whose voice you want to hear on Monday. Until then, do have yourselves a great weekend, and remember to keep the Good Friday in your heart.